What's good, family? Welcome back to the channel. And for all the new viewers, make sure you do hit that subscribe button and become part of the family. We just talk about some real stuff on this channel. So in this video right here, we're going to be getting into how Dunkin' Donuts has recently been getting dragged on TikTok specifically. And on other platforms, but mainly TikTok. This is the official recipe for the Ice Spice Munchkins drink that has been heavily promoted. It's being promoted specifically because we're in the fall season, you know, pumpkins and Halloween and all that stuff. So this is the perfect drink to just maximize their profits and also maximize the deaths around the country. Because look at the freaking ingredients in this drink right here. You could use one brain cell to say that this right here is not healthy at all whatsoever. There doesn't need to be any convincing. So we have one heaping cup of ice, okay, which is less than a quarter of the entire drink. We have a water fill line, which is right here. All right, that's how much water they put in comparison to the rest of the stuff that's here. And then above this red line, we have sugar. Just to put it very simple, chemicals and sugar. And people be wondering why America is just getting so obese and there's just random diseases. And unfortunately, it leads to deaths. Earlier, we have liquid cane sugar. Then after that, cream. Then after that, coffee syrup, which is just sugar. And then pumpkin munchkin donut hole treats, which is sugar. And then caramel drizzle, which is, guess what? Yeah. Why didn't you guess it? I was giving you an opportunity to guess and you ain't guess. Sugar, and then we have whipped cream, sugar, and then more caramel drizzle on top. You are probably getting a couple ounces of water in that joint, and the rest is just diabetes and death. But obviously, this is why they're promoting it. This is why they're pushing it so heavily. They even use Ice Spice for it, so they could just have people get sick, and you know how the rest goes. Depopulation, more money for the hospitals. But people are just so oblivious to it. I just want to show you guys this one last thing before we get into this video of Dunkin' Donuts getting dragged. Because we're going to watch a video, okay? But look it. So recently, California, this was the first post I seen. I did a little bit more research. But California becomes the first U.S. state to ban Skittles and 12,000 additional products for cancer-causing additives. So what does this mean? I did a little bit of more research. I wonder if it says under here for fact check. It doesn't. But basically, Skittles realistically just got exposed for their product causing cancer in individuals. Now, Skittles didn't completely get banned from the state of California, but what they did end up doing, they ended up taking out those specific additives that were causing the cancer. So either way you put it, they had specific chemicals and additives to Skittles that's causing cancer. And this is why there's just been an increase, like I said, of diseases and illness and sickness all around the world, especially in the United States. How could you possibly think all these colors are meant to be in your body? It doesn't, come on now. We gotta start just being a little bit more smarter, bro. But look, let's get into this video right here. It says Dunkin' Donuts dragged. TikTokers expose what's hidden in groceries. But I just want to see if they end up exposing what the actual ingredients are. That it gets deeper. It's not just regular sugar. I know they use so much more chemicals. So let's see.
Popular coffee chain.
Hold up, my fault. Yeah, I need to put my headphones on. All right, let's get it.
Dunkin' Donuts is in hot water after a fall festive favorite gets exposed online.
If America runs on this, we're
Spaghetti-like supermarket chicken fuels conspiracies.
This is the end of my journey with chicken. I don't trust it now.
Costco fish surprises a customer.
You're joking.
Oh!
Is that normal?
And a
Ain't
video
no way.
sparks suspicions over Walmart spices.
Something told me to look in the seasoning before adding it to my food, and look at this.
Let's get into it.
See, now, if I have to check my seasoning,
Our first story
I'm not
reveals
checking
that
the
this
seasoning.
fall, certain sweet tooth triggered purchases from one establishment might be more trick and less treat. It's that time of the year again, when coffee chains dollop the whipped cream with a slightly more generous hand, drizzle caramel in sprawling zigzags and loops, and, of course, find new, ungodly ways to incorporate pumpkin into our morning caffeine fix. Yet despite the ongoing debate over whether seasonal drinks are festivity in a cup or the
Bro,
equivalent
this is like just a different version of drugs. Like the dopamine
of
that's gonna
drinking
be
a
released
candle,
is crazy.
coffee chains continue to serve their trusted classics along with new additions every fall. And this year at Dunkin' Donuts, one fan favorite flavor was ready for its grand comeback, the pumpkin swirl. However, at least one customer wasn't pleased by the drink's return.
Who the thought it was a good idea to put this on the menu?
That's Bobby Parrish, the internet personality behind Flav
All right, let's
City,
see.
a YouTube and TikTok page built around the goal of helping consumers make healthy choices. And according to Bobby, Dunkin' Donuts pumpkin swirl frozen coffee wasn't one of them.
This drink has 185 grams of sugar in here. How much is it? It's this much. It's 46 teaspoons of sugar.
And what exactly is that in baked goods?
The amount of sugar in there is equal to 14 glazed donuts.
But what about the
I'm not
pumpkin?
gonna lie, those glazed donuts look like they hitting. I'm not gonna hold you. I could use a glazed one real quick. Forget the drink. But that glazed donut though, look
Is
it
equal to
crazy.
14 glazed donuts.
But what about the pumpkin? Surely the fruit at least adds some nutritional value to the drink,
Fruit?
right? Well, as the season's spookiest superfood, it would,
Ain't no
if there was
pumpkin in
any
there.
pumpkin actually in the drink.
I'm saying.
Artificial flavors. There's 12 mentions of sugar and high fructose corn syrup in here. There's 930 calories and
Oh my
194 carbs. 2/3 of us are already type 2 diabetic or pre-diabetic. If America runs on this, we're
With the TikTok receiving over 2 million views, it was clear Bobby's expose caught the internet's attention. But how had viewers received the information the video presented? Well, it seemed everyone had a different takeaway. This made me realize donuts are so healthy. Girl math means if I don't drink this, I can eat 14 donuts. Some viewers even offered simple solutions to soothe Bobby's distaste for the drink, such as, so don't drink it, calm down. Just get a
See, people are like this, but Bobby actually cares for you, Karen. Like, bro, like he understands the self-destruction individuals are doing to this, especially if they having it multiple times a week. It's just not good for you at all. It's self-destructing.
small LMAO. Still, a good portion of users were shocked by the nutritionally bankrupt beverage. It should be illegal. The pumpkin swirl frozen coffee isn't only legal, but it's not the only item on Dunkin' Donuts' menu that should be spiking, if not your blood sugar, then at least alarm. Some comparable drinks include the large hazelnut swirl frozen chocolate that weighs in at 900 calories, 162 grams of sugar, and 176 carbs. The large butter pecan swirl frozen coffee with cream that has 1,160 calories, 181 grams of sugar, and 191 carbs.
Bro, just to put that into perspective really quick. I was recently just on a diet. I was cutting my weight. And for my specific diet, I wasn't able to go to over 40 grams of fat. And my carb intake for the day was 203 grams of carbs for the day. And like 1,800 calories. Yes, it was very low, but it got me where I wanted to be physically. You feel what I'm saying? I'm no longer on that diet, but this one drink would basically knock out all of my carbs for the entire day. Crazy.
And then there's the chain's new collaborative coffee with wrapper Ice Spice, the Ice Spice Munchkins drink, a beverage made up of blended pumpkin donut holes called Munchkins, liquid cane sugar, 2 layers of caramel drizzle, whipped cream, and no, not actual coffee, but coffee syrup. Since the chain hasn't updated its nutritional information guide since July 31st, the only available information is that a large Ice Spice Munchkins drink is 1,080 calories. However, Pop Sugar calculated the sugar content, excluding the whipped cream and caramel, at 44 grams, for a small. With these menu items, it's no surprise that a good number of social media users are under the impression that it's not such a good thing America runs on Dunkin'. Or, as one user put it, with Dunkin', America won't be able to run anymore.
Facts.
But is ordering from Dunkin' really as bad as recent bad press has made it seem? In the full menu review Flav City posted to YouTube in 2021, Bobby even acknowledged that menu options at Dunkin's are a mixed bag.
There are some really, really solid, healthy, I'm talking healthy, nutrient-dense options at Dunkin' Donuts. I was blown away.
Like what?
There's also the flip side, some really, really bad ones.
That means when it comes to purchasing from Dunkin's or other chains, it's still up to customers to educate themselves and make the decision that's best for them. But, as our second story suggests, Sometimes businesses rob consumers
You
of
see,
a
but my thing, like, even when I get, like, probably one of the healthier options would have been like an sausage, egg, and cheese or something like that on a biscuit. Who knows? But like, even the eggs, I don't want to feel like someone's not in the back cracking the egg, stirring it up, and I doubt they're even using like the eggs in a carton. Like, it's probably like frozen eggs that they just microwave, and it's like I can't trust that.
choice altogether. Lately, chicken has been looking a little different, at least on social media. Various TikTok users have posted videos of their grocery store and butcher shop purchases that look less like chicken in the traditional sense and more like, well, layers of meat Frankenstein together. And that's not the only unappetizing element to this chicken's appearance. Social media users have described the meat as stringy.
So I just want to know one thing.
Yeah, I gotta go organic.
Why does this chicken look like this?
Fragile.
See how it just falls apart? Like, look.
And unusually large.
This thing is huge. That definitely was pumped with something. Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
Guys, are you kidding me? What are they giving us? What are they feeding us? I will not be eating any more chicken.
What do you mean, what are they feeding us? What are you feeding yourself? What the heck? You the one that bought it. I'm pretty sure there was other options within the store itself. It costs more money. It definitely does. You know what I'm saying? But there were definitely other options.
Customers are finding these in supermarkets, big box stores, and restaurants, and it's making everyone squirm. I would not be able to eat chicken for years. Yeah, nah, even if someone told me this was normal, I'm not eating it, LMAO. I actually gagged. So, what's going on? Well, it turns out if it looks like a chicken and tastes like a chicken, it might not actually be a chicken at all.
US regulators have given the green light to the sale of lab-grown chicken products at selected restaurants. Two companies, Good Meat and Upside Foods, have received approval.
The cultivated meat is grown in steel tanks using cells that come from a living animal, a fertilized egg, or a special bank of stored cells.
That's right, lab-grown meat has been cleared for sale in America, and the possibility that restaurants might not have to disclose that they're using fake meat.
If there's no difference, just tell us. Let us make the decision. It's like we should have some kind of informed consent in America.
Has fueled paranoia that not only are stores doing the same,
what do you guys think? Organic or lab-grown?
But that the days of affordable real meat could soon be behind us. However, it seems the current sad state of supermarket chicken is likely the fault of industrial agriculture. As Mary's Health reported, the spaghetti meat chicken occurs because the breast muscle tissue doesn't receive enough oxygen from chickens developing circulatory systems. Muscle fibers degrade, which then changes the density and texture of meat. And right now, it appears lab-grown meat isn't at the stage where it can be created cheaply or efficiently. And according to the current science, it will possibly never reach that point.
All the analysis we have done here at the College of Engineering at University of California, Berkeley, indicate that unfortunately everything is against having these cells and this meat production at scale in an economical way.
Still, one country has already taken steps.
All I can say is that if more lab-grown meat are being pushed into stores, for a fact, it's definitely more cost-effective and efficient for the providers. That's the only reason why they'll do it. Like, America is literally a capitalistic country, so they're gonna do whatever makes the most money. So in my mind, I'm like, they're trying to figure out a way just to like basically just make chicken out of thin air. They don't need to tend to the actual chicken and still sell it to individuals for the price of regular chicken. You can definitely make a lot of money like that.
To prevent fake meat from infiltrating the market. Italy has become the first country to ban synthetic food and meat.
We think products from labs don't guarantee quality or well-being. And we say with pride that it doesn't guarantee the safeguarding of our culture and tradition.
But whether you're done with the subpar chicken currently lining grocery store shelves across America, or preparing for the lab-grown meat takeover, there is one solution.
If everyone is concerned where their chicken is coming from, I suggest you start ordering direct from a farm. You want to support local farmers. Organic, free range, this is real chicken.
That's good chicken.
And to many, it seems fake meat is exactly the push Americans needed to stop giving their money to big corporations and start supporting their community. However, our next story proves chicken is far from consumers' biggest concern. One TikTok user was preparing her salmon when she noticed something, well, fishy.
We got this piece of salmon to cook up at Whole Foods, mind you. I just took the bones out because the bones were still in. But tell me why.
Oh
what
my
is this?
gosh.
A thin, worm-like creature was wiggling out of the seafood.
You're joking. Is that normal?
The nausea-inducing video was shared by TikToker Mrs. Rogers Hood, the self-proclaimed worm queen, who captioned the post, "If you eat salmon, you should parasite cleanse regularly." And as a follow-up video from the creator pointed...
Wait, hold up. That seems a little fishy to me. Seems a little bit fishy to me. So it just so happens that a woman that has a TikTok account that mainly has to do with parasites and natural healing and frequency happens to get a piece of salmon that has a parasite in it, or worm cream. Or yeah, I said worm cream, but she's the worm queen. It could be a little staged. And I'm just saying that for thinking about it logically, and I'm also saying that for the fact that whenever I get a piece of salmon, I'm not trying to think of no worm in that joint. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to have a good meal with some salmon, mashed potatoes, and broccoli. Stop playing. But yeah, that does seem fishy though. Seems like it could have been set up.
Mrs. Rogers Hood, the self-proclaimed worm queen, who captioned the post, "If you eat salmon, you should parasite cleanse regularly." And as a follow-up video from the creator pointed out, this customer wasn't the only one who'd purchased tainted fish.
Did you guys see this article dated August 13th, 2023? Immediately put back shopper found live worms. They're everywhere.
This incident occurred on August 8th and was captured by Rachel Lynn in a TikTok. "Bruh, not the live worms in the salmon at Costco," read the text overlaying the video. Immediately put it back. But is a parasite cleanse or permanently going off the pink fish really the answer? Well, maybe not. According to the Daily Dot article on Rachel Lynn's parasite encounter in the fish aisle, while the experience can be upsetting, finding worms in salmon is surprisingly common. These worms are a parasite named anisakid nematodes, sometimes referred to as herring worms or cod worms. And guess what? They're present in 75% of wild salmon. In fact, every year, videos of salmon parasites continue to surface.
I ain't come on this video for all this type of information, bruh. You know what I'm saying? Like, trying to ruin my whole salmon experience. Some salmon mashed potatoes and broccoli sounds good. Like you trying to say it's in 75%? That's crazy.
On the internet.
Look at that guy. Come on. Get that out of my face.
And while this has been well cooked, I just can't show. As soon as their camps at the University of Alberta told CBC in 2019. However, these infections are rare. In the US, there are fewer than 10 cases each year, whereas in Japan, where raw fish is often consumed on a daily basis, this number is notably higher at 1,000 cases per year, according to a 2021 article.
Yeah, comment down below. Do y'all like raw fish, like sushi? Like raw fish though, like raw fish. Do y'all like that? Cause I know some people really like it. Comment down below if you like raw fish.
Still, if you want to indulge in the occasional sushi sesh more safely, according to the New York Times, it's best to store your fish at a surrounding temperature of -4 degrees Fahrenheit or colder for 7 days to lessen the risk of consuming parasites. Unfortunately, our last story demonstrates that no preparation technique can protect shoppers from what mysteries lie in pre-prepared items. On August 21st, TikTok user RTHemi345 posted a video pouring an open bottle of Walmart brand paprika into a bowl.
This is getting out of hand. The seasoning isn't expired, as you can see. Something told me to look in the seasoning before adding it to my food, and look at this.
And what spilled out wasn't just the red pigmented seasoning, but a horde of uninvited guests.
Come on.
I was tripping out when I seen these little brown bugs.
That's cap. That's cap. That's cap. First off, who the heck is gonna check their seasoning bottle? Someone tell me. Who's gonna pour out all their seasoning to check that bottle? And he recorded it at the same time. Ain't no way. I'm not gonna believe this. Cause if this is real, that means I'm checking every seasoning bottle. Cinnamon, pepper, steak pepper, garlic, onion powder, all of it. Chipotle, paprika. Nah, I'm not doing that. This is cap. He put that in there. I don't care, bro. Because he recorded it while, you know what I'm saying? Y'all follow what I'm saying.
in it. You guys need to check your seasonings even if they aren't expired.
No, we don't.
Can you guys see in there? Oh no, those things fly!
But had the surprise ingredient ruined tried and true
Those things
recipes?
fly.
Understandably.
That's probably because you had that joint in your house for ages. That joint looked like it's from the time they built the pyramids in Egypt. Come on now.
Social media was now on high alert. It's 1 a.m. and now you have me wondering if my spices have bugs in them. About to check it out. I'm about to throw out all my seasonings without looking. However, not everyone was up for the task. Following recent cases of parasites in fish, baked chicken scares, and fall drinks formulated with enough sugar to induce a diabetic coma, some users didn't have the spare energy to care about what was or wasn't inhabiting their spices. I just take my chances these days. It ain't like we making it out alive anyways. But what were these bugs anyway? TikToker Dr. Casanova Brown seemed to have the inside scoop.
So those are called drugstore bugs or drugstore beetles, and they typically do live inside the spice cabinets.
And unfortunately, the only way to get rid of these critters is to bid farewell to everything else.
That doesn't mean that your house is dirty, but you do need to check everything that has already been opened. Odds are you did not get it from Walmart. They did not come in that Walmart bottle. I would throw everything out and clean out the cabinet, vacuum out the cabinet, and disinfect it, and just buy all new seasonings.
However, if you have unintentionally ingested infested seasoning, rest assured that while the experience might weigh on your psyche, it likely won't affect your health.
I probably got at least $80 in seasoning, probably like $100. You would have thought I was buying new seasoning.
I think they're harmless, but at the same time, don't nobody want to eat bugs.
At least that's a sentiment most of us can agree on. Stay tuned as we continue to report on everything buzzworthy, from viral backlash to social media warnings that could save shoppers hospitalization, nausea, or, at the very least, a cavity.
Hey bro, we had came here for the Dunkin' Donuts. We did get the nutritional facts on the Dunkin' Donuts drink, and it's absolutely horrible. Like, if you want to get diabetes, you know where to go. The Dunkin' Donuts drink. If you don't want to get diabetes, you know where not to go. The Dunkin' Donuts drink. And that's just what it is. But all this extra information about all these bugs and spices, I don't know if I'm really feeling all that. Yeah, I don't think I'm really feeling that at all, but I'm Gucci though. Don't leave this video paranoid about your spices. I can't have you leave this video paranoid about your spices. And the parasites in the salmon, kind of wish I didn't know that either, but it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? But hope you guys did enjoy this video. Make sure you do smash the like button, subscribe, turn on post notifications if you haven't already. It only makes sense. Like, if you watch to this point and you still ain't subscribed or turn on post notifications, that's kind of like sounding like a hater to me. I'm not gonna lie, man. So I'm gonna catch you guys in the next one. The same way you're gonna catch me in the next one. Peace. Love y'all.